And welcome to another Nerdy Collective. And now that I got you, did it again. See, never works right. Live. This is what happens when you're live. So G-Man here. I want to say thank you everybody for being here and welcome. And here we go. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming here. And sorry for the technical difficulty there in a second. So I want a big shout out to the chat here. 6 and 6 Collectibles. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Barbarian Kung Fu. What's up, buddy? You have Martin. How are you doing, brother? And Game Biz Gallery. Hello. Welcome. And Ray. What's up, brother? How you doing? Nice for being here. Appreciate it. And I think we're caught up with the chat. So big shout out to a couple people in the community, and that's everybody. I got links down in the description down below. There's a lot of links down there. Even our special guest that's going to be on tonight. Make sure you check them out. They're wonderful people. And big shout out to w1nkinc. Jason, I want to say thank you so much. I won one of his exclusives and he signed it for me. It's cute. It's fun. But this is Power Ninja Tunes, as many. It's actually got his autograph and his logo on the back. It's really cool. So thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate it. And some of the books that I got from him on one of his auctions or his claim sales was some stuff from my grandsons. And this one is for the grandpa. I like Demon Days. So I got Demon Days 1. And then another shout out. We got Wolf Blitz, another comic book community member out there, and a stack of books from Wolf Blitz. But I want to show some of the favorites. A lot of them are for my grandsons, and then there's 4 for me. And the 4 for me are, of course, my favorites. And that's The House of Secrets, number 85. This is a beautiful cover. Wolf, I want to say thank you so much. Gave me a really good price on this book. Beautiful, beautiful book. And if you're wondering who it is, it's Neil Adams cover. 3 stories in this book. And the one that's kind of wonky in it also has Gil Kane in it as well. So he also has some work on this cover. Another one from Wolf Blitz, Vault of Evil. You know who that is? That's Jason Romita. Jason Romita that did that cover. And this has got 4 stories in it. One of them, very, very cool. So thank you so much, brother. And of course, getting back to w1nkinc as well. Getting back to Jace, we have Swamp Thing number 5. w1nkinc, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Beautiful book. And there we go. And there's my books. There's part of my hauls. I'm not going to show them all because the stack's too big. So let's get on with our show. And my first co-host for tonight.
What's going on?
How you doing, buddy? I'm having technical difficulties all over the place. I can't believe it. This is not like me. G-Man's getting not rusty in 1 week. Seriously? How the hell are you, buddy?
Good.
How
are you?
Minute, man.
It has been, man. How are you doing tonight?
Really, really, really good.
Good.
Oh, I got to get back to the chat really quick. So you gonna help me out here tonight? I need you.
You got it.
A little bit. We got comic. Oh, rawr, yo, what is up, Captain buddy? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so I think we're caught up. I'm going to get the other co-hosts in here. Otherwise, they're going to be here too long.
Sounds good.
Doom.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yo, buddy, what's up? How you doing? Oh, Rick is giving me shit already. Need cookies? Yeah, or too many. Yeah, that's it. That's all right. That's right, Rick. Hang in there, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How you doing, buddy? How was your week?
Not bad. Not bad.
Well, you had a
Picked up
birthday
something.
coming up,
Yeah, in April 6th. So
and how old are you going to be?
37.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not in denial right now.
Yeah, I know.
But I'll
Okay.
be in later.
You're awake. You're awake.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So next co-host for tonight, none other than across the seas, one of my good brothers, good family members.
Good morning from across the pond. Hope everyone's good.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Okay. I'm awake. Having a coffee.
Excellent. Thank you for being here. Let's get to the next one. And boom.
What's happening?
There we go. Yeah, you're there. You got your mute off. Good.
I
How
was
you
like,
doing,
yeah,
buddy?
good, man. You guys doing well?
Awesome. All right, next.
So, what would you maniacs like to do first?
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing, lady?
Hey, lady.
Doing well. Hope you guys are doing well.
Okay, so we got, what's the time here? Okay, let's do this in 10 minutes if we can. Do you guys got some comic book hauls or some books you want to show? Let's show them in the beginning. I don't want to have my guest wait too long. I know he's had a very busy day, and I really appreciate his time. Hope you guys are ready to rock tonight because it's going to be awesome, epic.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Martin showed his package first.
Martin?
That's
Okay,
kind of
Martin.
awkward, but
You're up, buddy.
I'm not showing a package. It's just a parcel. Lady, calm down.
She noticed that. Boom. See how quick she
Just-
was?
popped that
Yeah, but
package
then-
right out.
Now, this package is from the US. It's from Agu, my friend.
Agu?
And,
Okay.
yeah. And, let's see if there's any pull tabs. There should be. Yeah.
Jeffrey, your
Doing it
toy.
properly.
Okay, I'm going to say Jeff from my Jeff and Jeffrey with the Bulls cap. There we go. That's how I'll communicate with you guys. Jeffrey and Jeff.
Or
Okay,
you
so
could say
Jeffrey,
Comic-Con.
I noticed he's got, what's that, bud? Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, just call Jeff. Just call the one in the middle butthead.
No. I noticed all of his toy. You've been getting a pretty big toy collection as well.
Oh man, I got a lot
Action
of
figure
everything.
collection? Yeah.
Yeah, I reorganized and cleaned up a little bit.
Cool.
I need to do that.
And shut up.
It's like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and eventually I have a pyramid of piles.
That's always a
Yeah.
nightmare. Here, hold on. I need to I don't know why this isn't. Where are you, Jeffrey? In the chat.
Right
Are you in
here.
the chat, Jeff?
Nah.
Get your name in the chat.
Okay.
Can you see the chat?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Typing right now.
Disco's in the house. Yo, what's up?
Oh,
Okay.
Big B, what's up?
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Oh,
What
nice.
is this?
Now,
Giant
Interesting.
size
Now get-
knowledge.
I do send
Yep.
these for the boys.
Nice.
So is a one each for the boys. And obviously, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very, very cool.
So,
So you sent those to your
that's-
boys?
Yeah, it was Christmas present for the boys, but he sent it just after I'd sent my CGC parcel from the US. So I had to wait
Very
another
cool.
45 days
Very
in
cool.
case I got anything else. So
Sweet.
that's brilliant.
Very nice. Big shout out to, what was his name?
Ragu.
Agu Ramos.
Agu? That was from Agu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yes.
big shout out, buddy. What is up? Very, very cool. Okay. All right, who's next?
I got something really cool that you guys seen on Instagram already, but I'll show you guys again.
Do
This
it. Oh,
this book-
shit.
Fire, buddy. Very
Yeah.
nice.
I was 8 years old when I first bought this book, and I
Love
finally
it.
found it again.
What
Yeah.
number? Venom number 3?
No, it's Carnage Venom Unleashed issue 3, and I've always thought it was issue 1. Because I always thought that was June 3rd up there. I never knew it was the 3rd issue.
Dang.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
Where
Yeah,
is that?
and then I picked
There you
up
go.
Mike Crone Vampy. The what was it? I think he's Australian artist. One of my favorite Vampy Australian artists. So
Very cool.
Yeah. And then and I got this book back, and we figured out why they didn't want to grade it. Too much cover. If you
What?
look around around the edges, the
CGC wouldn't come out?
no, if you see around the edges, it's too much. Like they printed it like, and where they
Oh, I see
cut
what
it.
you're saying. They cut it.
Yeah.
They cut it wrong.
They cut it wrong, so there's too much cover, so they won't. Because it's sit in the tray, but then when they go compress it in the tray, it's gonna damage the book. So they won't
Okay.
grade it. That's cool.
Wow.
Whatever.
Who's next?
I don't have any books to show. Definitely say that. Thank you for the chat for coming through. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, M3. Of
Yep.
course, everybody's putting it in there. I mean, I appreciate everybody. Barbarian Kung Fu. Thank you for being here. I mean, we appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. Who's next? Sorry.
I could show a few books.
Okay.
So, my LCS had a really cool, like a dollar comic sale today and yesterday. And here's just a few, just a handful.
I've seen most of that, and it was beautiful.
Air one.
Some of the older ones, I couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, the older one. These are the newer ones I'm gonna
Yep.
show.
But I
This is
couldn't
a
believe
Blood
the old books you were getting for $1.
$1.
Unbelievable.
I saw them.
They did. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Hickman. Oh, Hickman's Avengers is good stuff. I love this.
Wow.
I know. I love Kang. Also I love the Bruce Banner and Amadeus Cho.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then
like-
I found issue
Oh,
7.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Man, the fire you were showing earlier, I was like, what the heck? You
Oh,
got
I-
a
Bad for that
what did
little
you buy? A
kid.
short box or a long box from them?
I got a short box worth, bro.
Right.
I
some
could
of those
show you
other
the other 5, but I just
Ooh, there's a beautiful cover.
now look at this. Hold on, Power Play issue 26.
Love it. Gorgeous.
Newsstand.
Gorgeous.
A doozy.
But yeah, I mean, I did get older stuff. Like here's some older shit. Like
It's
stuff
not
like that.
shit.
Like
Come
this
on.
is Buck. This was a
Still,
buck.
you got it for $1. That's
Yeah.
pretty
This
decent.
was a buck.
That's crazy.
This-
Yeah.
Is it? Look at that one. It's got a swastika on the front cover.
Exactly,
Right.
because
Wow.
yeah, that's the Liberty Legion or like the evil. They fight the invaders.
Yeah.
Liberty Legion fights invaders.
Yeah. Wow.
And then here we go. So speaking of in the invaders or whatever,
Here she goes. Here you go. Here she goes. See? I love it.
okay. So invaders like 14, 25, 29, 35,
Holy.
39. Yeah. So there was like all those. I mean, I found some really cool stuff. You know, they had Avengers West Coast #1. Like,
Nice.
boom.
Secret
Beyonder.
Wars 2? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So, anyways,
Okay.
Hey,
Should we get on with our guests, people? Yes?
yes, please.
Yes.
Here we go.
Good evening, executives. You know, how about a little bit of mergers and acquisitions? As an executive, you deal with this all the time on many levels. And sometimes some come with a little love, some come with a little bit of hostility to them. But one that I've always found that has always been greatly attracted to me is simply the G spot. So welcome.
Yeah, that was awesome. You're awesome, dude. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's put you in the center. Boom. There we go.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity for sure.
Heck yeah. I've known you forever
Good to
since
see
you've
you,
been on like Thorough Show, dude. You
Yeah.
rock. You
No, I
really put out awesome stuff. Hands down.
Oh, thank you,
Since
guys.
it was a wee lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody out there, the links in the description at the top of the list. If you have a question, please ask it in the chat and I'll put it up. Who wants to start with the questions?
I'll start.
Go
Okay.
ahead, buddy.
So, Wink, you know, I've been watching you for a good bit now. So my question is this: where do you find your motivational like sparks? Where's that? I mean, I know you're in the corporate world. You have to coach teams and run stuff, you know, as an executive. But where do you really find inspiration? Is there anybody in particular that like really stands out to you? That you draw motivation?
Yeah, so I mean, really, it's situational for me, honestly. I've always had a massive chip on my shoulder. Nothing ever really came easy. So I really try to draw on those experiences and maybe even kind of create those situations a little bit.
Right.
So that's really where I find the most of it. That's where I kind of dig deep and look for it there in situations like that, where you're always kind of facing obstacles and things like that. That's really where I pull a lot of it from. But as far as like somebody who motivates me, I mean, you know, people like Michael Jordan, you know, win at all costs. I mean, if you haven't seen the Last Dance documentary, even if you're not a basketball fan, I'd encourage you to watch it. It's an unbelievable. I mean, it just shows you the absolute mentality of winning. And I don't know, that stuff like me really does it for me.
Gotcha.
Very cool.
so
Go
talk
ahead.
to me about comics.
Yeah, so I've had definitely like a on again, off again relationship with comics until recently. You know, kind of growing up, I was a '90s kid, so you know I was wrapped up into X-Men and everything Marvel essentially. And it kind of always have been. I haven't really expanded my palette until, you know, when I started doing this, and I started doing it as an unboxing channel. With the more comics I got, because I was really going to try to be super diverse. I was like, the only way I'm going to really be successful is by getting into a lot of different things. But I just couldn't get away from comics. Like, I mean, the more I got, I was like, forget the rest of this stuff. And then that's where it's turned into this now. And now it's funny, my pull list, you know, I've always loved DC as well. But my pull list now is like 60% indie, or what we consider indie. You know, I mean, a lot of that stuff. And I think you and I live pretty close to each other, actually.
Where you at?
I'm in Tennessee, Nashville.
Yeah, I'm in Nashville.
Yeah, you're in Nashville. Yeah, so that's
What side of Nashville?
So I'm on the east side. So I'm
I'm on west side.
yeah. I'm on the
My condo property.
I was like, wait, where's that LCS with the dollars?
It's Great Escape. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh yeah, I've been through there a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So the one on Charlotte was having the dollar.
Are you going to the convention tomorrow at the fairgrounds?
Is there one on the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one at the convention center at some point, right? In April.
Yeah. That's down. I think it's like a month away. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't actually know about the one on the fairgrounds. So
it's smaller, but there might be some decent stuff. But
yeah. Okay, cool, man. Yeah. So Nashville, have you always been here? Or?
No. I actually grew up in Ohio, lived in Charleston, went to Tennessee, and then came here to Nashville because where the opportunity was. So I've been here for like 15 years.
So when you say went to UT Knoxville, or
yeah, UTK. Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So I work at over at Vandy or whatever. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
Small world.
It is.
Jeff and Jeffrey, Martin, questions?
Any more game boxes or Funko boxes?
I don't know. The game boxes I still get. I just don't open them on camera. I haven't gotten any Funko boxes in a while. I have bought like a couple of Grails that I wanted in the last maybe 3 or 4 months, just 2. And that's about all I've done with Funko. I like the
What were the Grails? I was curious.
What was the Grails?
So I finally got the Bloody Rorschach. I just got so sick of trying to win it in raffles and everything. I'm buying this thing outright. And then the other one I got was He-Man. So
Okay, cool.
Just to kind of finish that set off. So that was
sure.
Yeah.
So you have a pretty big Funko collection as well.
Not anymore. Probably about 50 pops, maybe 60.
Okay.
Yeah. That's about
Cool.
it.
So would you say that like you said that you grew up with like a kind of a chip on your shoulder. Sometimes along with that comes maybe like the feeling of being a loner or kind of, on your own. Did comics kind of help you with those feelings of isolation or anger?
Not early. Definitely not. No, I mean, it was more, I will say that it's so funny you mentioned that because it definitely makes it easier to relate to the stories. Right. Especially for me, the villains, obviously, because they're sort of misunderstood a lot of the times. And, a lot of times things kind of spin out of control into that villain. So it is funny you say that because now, especially later in life, you start to read those stories and really connect with them. Right. And kind of understand the trials and tribulations they go through. But early on, not so much. It was more of a distraction, that X-Men animated cartoon was pretty heavy when we were kids. We were like, gosh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're carving people up. People are dying. Like, I was like, oh, my God, what's going on?
But, I mean, it was also very true to the comic as well.
Yeah. So, yeah. I hope the reboot's good. I'm excited, cautiously optimistic.
Me too. Agreed.
Same. God, what was I going to ask? I can't remember. It'll come back to me.
There's a question in the chat from Rick Piper.
There we go. Boom.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. I just figured it's a good time.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he says, you're partial to Marvel books just getting started. Should I focus on certain characters? I don't know how you all feel about that. That every collector's different. You definitely should collect your way, but I would definitely start that way. That would be a great way to start, is to find a character you like and build from there. I mean,
good question, Rick.
Yeah, because I mean, I did it the wrong way. I was like, I got to get all this.
It's hard to be though. Like, I mean, I started out as a just Incredible Hulk. That's what pretty much like 90% of all my collection is, because I started out anything. It wasn't just comic books, and then it got into comic books. Then it spread from just the Incredible Hulk to other characters that I liked. Then my characters that I liked turned into other characters, and things come and go. So I say buy what you like, because at the end of the day, like, it shouldn't if you start buying things based on value, you're always going to be disappointed in the end. I feel like. But if you buy something that you like, even if it's just because you think that cover kicks ass or something like that, at the end of the day, you've got a reason it's in your collection. You know, like why it's like worth having. I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah. Same
Well
with.
said.
But sometimes people there's a lot of people out there, and everybody does it. We all have, I'm sure. But you start chasing a book because you thinking of the monetary value, and then it ends up going down or something like that. But like if you buy what you enjoy, especially if you're reading them, like you getting your money out of it. Especially if you're buying them for cover price the day they come out and you read it. You know, I'll pay $3 to read a comic book, even if I don't enjoy it. I feel like I got $3.99 worth out of it. You know what I mean? So. Like, I don't know. I think it's just collect what you like, I think, is the best way to do it.
Well, my origin story is the same thing as Wink's, because I actually didn't start with Ramparella, actually. I bought whatever, you know. I'm like, oh, I like this, or oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. And then I'm like, now I look at my boxes, I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
It builds up.
Yeah.
So Barbarian Kung Fu is asking, do you apply your business mentality to your comic collecting, i.e. spec buying and selling?
100%. Yeah. I could tell you down to the bag and board. I factor that cost in.
Wow.
Down to what the cost of the short box is divided by the number of comics, you know, to figure depreciation on the collection. Yeah, 1,000%. It is, and it's a hobby still. But
definitely got to talk to you some more.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I do depreciation all the way through to to buying these divider tabs to build whatnot lots. I still have that cost factor. Like everything is accounted for, and in order to build to the bigger keys. But for me, it's all just reinvesting back into the PC. I mean, that's really what it's all about. It's not about making money. It's more about trying to get the stuff that I would never buy. You know?
It helps keep focused.
I was going to say, I also appreciate the fact that, like, when you do, auctions, like you start off everything really cheap, like usually for $1.
Yeah,
which is bizarre and crazy, but you still do.
I feel like you kind of have
but
to
again,
do
I'm
that
like, I really.
Oh, go ahead,
Jeff.
I mean,
Deuce.
Yes and no, but again, at the same time, I just think it's cool. Yeah,
I appreciate that, because I mean, I think whatnot's a little bit animal. Like it's a little bit interesting. Like you've got to be strategic and tactful in how you sell on there, because it does have like kind of a bad stigma, right? I think that some people think, oh man, you're not going to get great deals on there, and some of that stuff is accurate. But like, I mean, full transparency, the way that I run it is I lose almost on every key that I put up. But I kind of call those door busters, right? People are there to get the keys, but the variants and the exclusives will go generally over normal cost. And then I just try to balance it out. Like if somebody overpays, take care of them, like
that's really kind of funny too, because a lot of that does
that's pretty cool, because you don't see a lot of that either, Alex, at all.
Yeah. In the community at all, man, sometimes.
They just don't care.
Yeah.
The
Alex, what are the grails you're after this year?
No, go ahead. Which?
Deuce?
What's the grails you're after this year?
Oh, grails this year. So giant size X-Men, for sure. And the first time I've ever told anybody this, I actually have one coming in that is going to be an interesting video series, because it's got some weird stuff with it. I can't wait to show everybody and see what we can do with it.
Very cool.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then I really want a Werewolf by Night 32, 5 or better. I know that I'm just late to the party, and I'm just going to get killed on it unless the Moon Knight show just flops. And I'm kind of hoping it does, so it becomes affordable selfishly. But those are my two main ones this year.
Honestly, if you sit back and wait, honestly, most books generally go down depending. But the hype does die down.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, what is your okay? Here's one the G-Man's got, because I get this question as well. What are your predictions of the comic book collecting hobby in the next 5 years?
It's interesting, because I would have said it's untouchable virtually, because of the exposure that it has. A lot of times,
Right.
but now when you look at like what we're dealing with in Ukraine and in the economy being so disconjointed, that definitely is going to affect everything. But will you see another crash? I don't believe so. I don't think that even a writer could write their way into a crash. I mean, here's the thing. When people are buying digital goods, a lot of people look at digitization as a negative thing. They're like, oh, no, you're buying NFTs. But at the end of the day, people want the physical collectible. All it does is drive exposure to the physical collectible. And the same thing with the movies and the TV shows. There's never been more money in this than there is now. And there's just constantly new money being injected in the economy. I mean, it's just a massive machine.
Right.
And it's not stopping. The more exposure we get, the more generations that get on board with it.
Right.
That's why you're seeing the prices go the way they're going. And yes, it's going to sputter just because of the natural progression of economic conditions.
Right.
But it's definitely not going to go to where it was when it just tanked.
But I mean, like
go ahead.
It's a self-sustaining creature, because if you've got people continuing to write good content and comics, then you'll also see the movies and like the portrayal of those things in the theater and the cinema to follow. And so it's like it perpetually feeds itself. You know?
Well, and they've done a great job in the diversification of them. And I know some are done better than others, but now it isn't just a certain demographic of 18 to 22 or let's say 13 to 22.
Yep.
Now
I like that. I think that's good.
99, male, female, whatever, it's all orientations, everything. I mean, they've done a great job of really opening that demographic up to where more and more people can get into it and build from it. And now it is actually considered an investment class. It's an asset. It's an investment class asset now. And that's entirely everything. People are adding these to diversify their financial portfolio.
I mean, it's a very like staple part of like American like
culture.
pop art Americana.
Americana, yeah.
Like
it's true.
It's very
comic books
look
are
at how
definitely
different this group is. I mean, this is a perfect example. Look at all of us here. We would have never crossed paths in the street.
No.
I probably would have glared at you.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, that's what it speaks to. It speaks volumes to the fact of how it brings everybody together. We got, all across international. We're all right here. All different. All different. It's amazing.
I think that kind of speaks to like also part of what you're saying earlier is like, I don't think there's ever, as long as there's platforms like YouTube and Instagram and apps on your phone to categorize your collections and things like that, like it's just back when the big crash and whenever the Death of Superman came out and everything, like this
90s.
kind of stuff wasn't around. You know what I mean?
No.
Every night you go on YouTube and you're watching stuff about comic books. People are getting millions of views and things like that on this drives it. It keeps it alive. There's always something going on, and I think it's going to be hard for anything to ever completely crash again now with all the different communities, whether it's retro video games, toys. I don't even know what other kinds of hobbies and things there are out there, but all that stuff, just because of platforms like YouTube and Instagram to keep things alive, it's right there at your fingertips now.
Well, and also I would say like the shift in our economy, or at least the demographic in like America, is that like fewer and fewer people are marrying and having kids. And with that expendable income, people are really wanting to try and recapture like the nostalgia of their childhood. And as long as people have these expendable incomes and are wanting to try and like grab that, because fuck having a kid, like there's already enough, the planet's going to explode in like 12 minutes, so you might as well get some fucking baseball cards, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
that's you get that.
I'm
The nail right on the head. Yes.
Awesome signed checks,
All right,
Alex.
So Alex,
Anyway,
I've got one for you, Alex.
What?
Huh?
Now I read digital because I don't like touching my comics. Don't like getting fingerprints on them. I'm sad. But do you think when will the comics hit NFT style? So then there's going to be the digital collectability.
I mean, you're there with Vive. Vive has already got them, and they are in high demand. They sell out every single time they drop them. They mint 3,000 NFTs for certain books, and they sell out instantaneously. Now, the way that Vive is doing them, they have the Marvel license, but they have different covers to designate rarity. And there's actually a 1-of-1, I think, that people can get, and it's random what you get. You just get one of them when you buy the NFT, and the NFTs are like $7 or $8. And then if you get the 1-of-1 on a massive key, you know, and all they are is reprints of the old books. They're just going back and reminting them all. But yeah, we're here. We're in it. I mean, NFTs are fantastic. I think the app, the Unlimited app, the Marvel Unlimited app is unbelievable. I mean, what a resource to read anything you want. And really, for me, all that does is make me want to go get the books.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Right. Barbarian. Yeah,
that's an excellent point too. That's huge.
Things are starting to level out a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We're in a little bit of a dip.
I would agree. But I also feel like too, like there's certain books that are always going to be, you know, people are always going to chase their grails.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. And sorry,
that's just healthy.
Yeah.
Breaking up, I hate that. What the deuce you're
breaking up, deuce.
It sucks.
Sorry, man. I'm having a hard time. It's been a very long day too, so I
got you, deuce. It's all right.
Yeah, it's your fucking
Wi-Fi.
hardware, not you.
Yeah, well, I got one for Wayne.
Go ahead, Jeff.
What's the? I've seen a lot of the mystery box videos. Yep. What's it says you're an investment type person. What's the best investment mystery box that you had gotten so far from the mystery boxes in general?
Depends on price point, but most consistent, safest investment is Comic Vantage, I think. Your guaranteed value with a chance at getting a great book. And it's $40. I mean, you're going to get some obscure indie books in there, but what's interesting is sometimes that obscurity can lead to really good things. People like those; they chase those. It's interesting. I mean, if I had to pick one that was a little more consistent, higher priced, it's not really a even playing field. I would say nice cover bro, Kenneth.
Okay.
He's a great guy, and he curates them for you. And I mean, you know, it's just that's.
And on the same note that we're talking about, Alex, a lot of new collectors out there. Rick is one of them that's in the chat that have asked about these mystery boxes. Explain what a mystery box is. I've explained it a couple times, but you know it more than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
It is a form of risk. There is risk in it.
Yeah.
And you have to know what you're doing because you hear a lot of the complaints out there. And I've noticed a big explosion in mystery boxes.
It's like buying a pack of cards, dude.
Exactly right. Just like cards.
It's so funny you bring that up. This one got me in a little bit of trouble when we were talking about the mystery boxes on my channel. We
really,
we had upset a few people. But
wow,
yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, with a mystery box, it's all.
I mean, being honest,
older,
yeah, being honest about it because it's like.
Well, it's setting expectations, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, some consumers' expectations are, I want triple my value, or that box was terrible. And that's not really necessarily a fair way to think, but you have to think realistically that some people do think that way. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, setting your expectations, not, you know, making sure that the communication and transparency on the box and what's potentially in it, value-wise and book-wise, is I think, important. Yeah, that's important. And to me, I think you can assign value to chasing a big grail. I think there's tangible value there. When I buy $100 torpedo box,
you
know, I take a bath on it and I get $30 back, but I had a chance to win a $10,000 book.
Sure.
I feel like you cover that spread a little bit. I think it's fair to say.
And you've been lucky twice.
Yeah, I've been lucky twice. That's right.
I get a little frustrated with people that are a little too quick to shit on certain ones, but then again, I also know that there are some that they really don't have good stuff. But it's like you also have to be good at fucking math, dude.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's honestly why I don't.
That's the only reason why I asked the question. That's why I'm asking the question because I get that same
for
thing
me,
over and over.
Cash in hand and getting the book is what I prefer. But
me too.
That doesn't mean like that mystery boxes aren't a huge part of the industry and that they're super fun and people have gotten really great books doing it.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing as like, well, I'm going to go play the Powerball and I'm going to get pissed at them because I didn't win. Like it's not, it's not very intuitive to get.
What I like is the expectation you said, Alex. That was perfect.
Yeah, like even the torpedo ones, I'll grumble, but it's all in good fun, you know. I honestly, there's some of my favorite boxes to get because they make really great content, and I just have a blast doing them. Because even when I just get dunked on, I mean, it's just funny, And I mean, it's like you said, you got to assign value to that risk. I mean, you know, you get a chance to get something. For me, the real reason mystery boxes were so, you know, enticing was I just fell so in love with comics, and they were exposing me to everything.
Yep.
Right.
I got to get this run. Look at this run.
Yeah,
You know, it's a dangerous game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but
And
I
you
mean, it
didn't
was
know
like,
about.
oh, I didn't know this existed. Look at this, you know. So I mean, now I'm starting to kind of like, okay, I've got this massive, you know, collection now. I gotta let me hone in on what I really need. But I still always get surprised, you know. I'm like, oh man, what is this run?
Sure.
Yeah. And like I've heard honestly, like if you people that have think that they've gotten grossly underserved with a mystery box, generally if you're a decent, you know, dealer, you'll either make it right or switch the box or whatever. I mean, I've seen tons of people, you know, just totally reasonable about it.
I'm with you completely. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. There's so few that are really just terrible.
Right.
I mean, it's such a minor amount.
Right.
Well, yeah, Wink answered mine because I was curious about those torpedo boxes. I've seen 100. I'm like 100. I'm like, I'm like,
let's dip his toe in there. That's okay, dude. You can do it.
Yeah, they get you. Yeah, but I mean, it is. I mean, it's funny because I've met all those guys like finally at C2E2. They're really good guys too. I was like, man, I almost feel bad. I'm like, you guys don't watch my channel, do you? Because they're like, oh, hey, Wink. I'm like, oh man, this isn't good. You guys don't have a clue.
So where do you go for your LCS? Is like a Rick's or
Rick's? Yeah, that's where I go. I mean, I hit them all. I'm always I'm work that circle of Rick, Starbase, Burrow.
What you guys need to do is like Florida crew and get a little crew together and just run every weekend like you guys do, like we do.
See, because like I run McKay's Great Escape and Half Price Books. So
where's
it's like,
Half Price Books at?
I'll never tell you.
Where is that? Yeah, I go to the Honey Hole, man.
White Bridge
Don't
Road
give up the Honey Hole.
Yeah, White Bridge connects Charlotte and West End.
Yeah,
it's Google knows.
Yeah, I mean, I go to McKay's sometimes because you can.
But like I said, you guys all need to meet up and go. Hey, let's just go. You know, this, and this weekend, and then next weekend, this and this and this.
We've probably been next to each other in McKay's at some point and not realized it.
I've been in there. Yeah, I've been in there quite a bit. Just finding stuff. It's funny because we don't have a lot. I think it's just me, you, Comic Foo, Shortbox, right?
Shorty's in Nashville.
Yeah,
in the Nashville area.
That's really. I think there's a couple CBSI guys.
Yeah,
there's another guy, and I can't remember who it was, but I met him at McKay's because I think I sold him some sort of indie. I can't remember, but he got it on my.
Yeah.
Well, Alec, I have to say something. I've been very impressed with you when you were on. You were off for a little while, and I was wondering what the heck. Life happens. I get it, but dude, I'm so happy to see you coming back. I watched your stream earlier tonight.
Yeah,
that was awesome. With Stuart Sager on your show, fantastic.
Yeah, he was
great show. You did it. You're just full of energy. I mean, and every time you drop a video, you're like, bam, bam, bam. And I'm just,
he's always full of all of his videos. He's always full of energy.
That's what I'm saying. I love it. I love it. I think it's great. It keeps your attention. So
I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. I'm a big fan of your show. So big time.
No, I appreciate that a lot. You know, I just tried to come out and try to do something a little different. And that's I was like, I'm just going to be who I am.
Yep.
Imagine working with me. That's.
I'll be taking some definite good advice.
Alex, I got to ask you. Alex.
Go ahead, buddy.
I got to ask you, Alex. What big DC books are you chasing right now? What are your DC grails?
Yeah, curious.
That is a good question. I've got a lot so far, but I would really, really like a first Batgirl like above a 5.0. That would be my
nice.
Big, and I really, really want a Mr. Freeze above a 4.0.
Okay,
that would be holy
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
very cool.
So you've got this beautiful slab wall behind you. You get this beautiful slab wall behind you. Would you give us some highlights?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of what you're looking at here.
Highlights the slab wall.
Yeah, I mean, you've got first Galactus, first Silver Surfer, First Black Knight. That's obviously first Spider.
Yeah, the Galactus. The first Galactus is killing me right now.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
my Grail book. That's on my list.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, this is my favorite book of all time right here.
There, now it's cleared up.
That's Ultimatum. That's the David Finch. That's a 1 in 100 with Magneto just sitting on the throne. That's
beautiful.
I love that book so much.
You got the Fantastic Four in a 4.0, the Galactus first Silver Surfer.
Yeah, it was a 4.0.
How long ago did you get that?
About 6-8 months ago.
Wow. Yeah. Can I ask the price?
Yeah, it was $100 actually.
Wow.
That came out of a torpedo box.
Yeah.
You got that out of a torpedo box?
I
Are you serious?
I forgot about that.
I would pee myself.
I got a little picture there. What is that?
That's awesome.
You're gonna bring that to the convention tomorrow?
Yeah, I found this. It's a Toys R Us reprint.
Yeah, that's still cool. That's
For
awesome.
$1. Yeah, it's great, huh? I love it. I love this stuff. Anyways.
She's telling me, she's swatting me away.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Got the hint.
Well, I got another one for Wink. What's an interview that you really want that you haven't got yet? Like an artist, a writer?
I would probably say the one I would love to get, and I just haven't really pursued it, would be the writer of Nottingham.
Oh, yeah.
East West, and Nottingham's coming back.
Yeah.
It's issue 6 is dropping. So yeah, that would be the one I'd want. Honestly, if I just asked him, he'd probably do it. So
very cool.
Yeah, I've got a lot of big ones lined up that was kind of surprised responded.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But Stuart Sager is one of my favorite people. I mean, he's just such a cool guy, and
we got him on tomorrow on the Generation X-Men show.
Yeah, you're gonna have a blast.
Looking forward to it. That's gonna be on at 2:00, you guys.
Nice.
It'll be fun.
Nice.
This time we'll get it right, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh.
So Alex, where do you see the going? What are you going to do to stay above the curve? I know you're trying to do different things. So I'm curious what your plan is for the upcoming future.
It's difficult right now. I'm trying to get more into the industry. So I've got a few things working that I'm not supposed to talk about, but it's going to be. I'm actually looking to maybe even change careers entirely. That may be coming soon. Really? It will allow me to divert more time to this, and it's kind of in sync with this, with building my brand. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I wish I did, because I do understand. I do see a dip in social media as a whole right now.
Yep,
it's a lot more difficult to get that traction. I mean, it was really easy with COVID and everything, right?
Yep.
The pandemic really, everybody was watching something, so. It's going to be it's going to be tough sledding, that's for sure. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but did you notice that? Did you see this? Did you see the pics that Thorough posted on his storefront?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was like, congratulations.
Yeah, man, he's gonna crush that. He's been talking about it for a long time, and we've all talked to him, and he's gonna do so well with that.
Beautiful.
Well, we're gonna have to go see him when the store actually opens.
That's right. We're all going over there.
Yeah, we're all jump on Bueller's bus. We all go. Bueller's gonna go pick up everybody.
There we go. What were you gonna say, Deuce?
Oh, I didn't say anything, but I am.
Are there any favorite?
There you go. Yeah, Barbarian, absolutely. I'm down to Atlanta, man.
When is the Atlanta Comic Con? I didn't know. Right now I have C2E2 New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con on our schedule, and maybe MegaCon.
Well, if you do come down to MegaCon, man, all the guys in Florida, it's a big group, so at least 15 deep.
Right. Get a lot of people coming down. I may go with Whatnot to MegaCon. I don't know yet. I don't know how they're doing.
Well, if you do, I know Bueller, Whatnot sponsoring them. So I know Bueller's, so Bueller's gonna be there for sure with the band, because since Whatnot's sponsoring them, I think that's what I heard from Bueller. So,
wow, nice.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you, San Diego Comic Con is a hot mess.
Yeah.
It is a very small convention center. There are way too many people, and I'm curious to see what California does.
It's pretty much like this.
Nice.
I mean,
Okay. Go ahead, bud.
I used to live in San Diego, and the convention center is way too small for Comic-Con. I'll take that.
All right.
Now, Alex, I've been watching you for years now, since 81 subs, I think it is, off the top of my head. Do we think that Spider-Man booth will come back to how it used to be? Are they going to come back at all?
Yeah.
Me,
So interestingly enough, I've actually become really pretty close with JPG. And I think what you'll see, so right now, Whatnot is definitely a market disruptor, right? Like it's changed the game. People are like, it's low hanging fruit right now until it kind of starts to wear out, which we're getting there, and then it's going to stabilize.
Yep.
So what you're noticing is he's selling a lot of big mystery boxes on there. But I talked to him. The Superior box is coming. The Superior 20 is going to kind of be the relaunch of what maybe we used to know, from the Superior boxes. I do have a lot of confidence in, and I will say those boxes, those packs he's selling on Whatnot are just absolutely incredible. I mean, there's some major keys you can hit out of those. So I would hope so. Some of the new variants they've put out have been really nice too. So we'll see. Well, it's a good question.
You see, this is where in the UK I miss out. Whatnot, I can watch it. Can't sell, can't do anything on it because I'm in the UK. It's only US based.
Right.
Whereas I can sell a lot of my comics, pops, and bits and bobs to the US easily, and it's cheap for me to send to the US, just the same as it is to probably send it across, less than across state. But I cannot get access to it, cannot sell my stuff, and even though I'm a good rating on eBay, and that's annoying. That's the limitation for me. So I don't even watch a lot on there.
So it hasn't hit the UK yet for you to be able to sell, or nobody's gotten back to you?
When you go and register, it says what country and everything, gives you a whole list of countries, but you cannot, it is only US that you can sell.
Yeah, and everybody else, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because they are working on that. They are trying to add, but I don't know, there's no timeline from what I've heard.
No.
Yeah, they have not said
anything. That's my little annoyance, but I'm
sure,
only the little man across the pond at the minute.
Yeah, so. No, I get that for sure.
Okay, we're going to take a break. 2 minutes, guys, okay? 2 minute break. Go potty. You got 2 minutes. I want to show something that happened back in 2020. And my buddy is not here tonight, but we're saluting him anyway. He's part of the round table as well. And I want to show his intro. Right. I had it right in front of my face. Now I just lost it. I hate this. I've been crapping out tonight. I can't believe it. It's not right. Here we go. 2 minute break. Go potty. And a big shout out to my buddy, Mr. White Gloves Monty. Trip down memory lane back in 2020. Here's that little tidbit. Hope you enjoy. So now you know how to find the G spot. Now I got another surprise for you. You ready? Here it comes, guys. Monty.
Hello, YouTubians. Do you find yourself, when you read your comics, worrying about spine stress? Do you find yourself, when you read comics, worried about page bends? Do you find yourself worrying about your comic looking like this when you get through with it? I tell you what, Mr. White Gloves Incorporated has got something for you. For you. Something that will take your mind at ease when you read your comics. Yes, sir, Bob, we sure do. It's called Super Duper Comic Book Reader from White Gloves Incorporated. This little jewel right here will cradle your comics and keep the spine stress from happening to your books. It's got this handy-dandy, one-of-a-kind patented marker that goes right down in between the books if you have to walk off and something closes the book. It's a gradual angle so you can read your book without straining your neck. Yes, I said straighten your neck. Black Friday deals galore. It's back again this year, but this time it is the Comic Book Reader 2020. Yes, sir, I said 2020. And you may ask, how does this actually work? Well, let me give you an example on this right now. You place your book in there, you cradle it, and you use a corn dog stick to turn your pages. A corn dog. No. A corn dog stick, not a corn dog. A corn dog stick. And if you order tonight, this will be included for free. That's what I said, for free. For free. This flexible wood corn dog stick has been made by white gloved hands and is taking care of all the care to take care of comics. You put your book in there, you slide this under, and you turn the page. Yes, sir. That's what I said. And I will say it again. You put your comic stick in there and you turn the page. This stick cannot be found anywhere other than White Gloves Incorporated. Back to this comic reader, and I'm going to tell you right now, this comic reader is sturdy. Yes, I said sturdy. It is not cheaply made. By no means cheaply made. We wouldn't do such a thing to you comic book readers out there in the community. No, sirree, Bob, we would not. No way, shape, or form. This comic book reader is super duper stout. It is made to last years of reading, years and years. Your grandchildren, your great grandchildren will read off this special comic book reader, one of a kind. I guarantee it. And like I said, this comic book reader is very special. And I bet you're wondering how much this Super Deluxe 2020 comic reader will cost you. Well, wonder no more. I'm going to tell you how much it's going to cost you. Not $199.95. Not $169.95. Not $129.95. Just remember, we're throwing this in for free. $99.95, and it's yours plus shipping and handling, which we will negotiate on that at a later time. And you can have this special 2020 Black Friday deals galore comic reader in your house before Christmas. You put this off, the price may go up and shipping may go up, and it won't be there for your hubby or wife to open up on Christmas. Oh, the surprise on their eyes. The surprise on their eyes when they open this up. You can just see it. Your husband's going to say, gee, dear, you got me a comic reader. I am so happy. I am delighted. And look, it came with a white glove special.
Everybody enjoyed that. That's me and Jeff's favorite episode. Love you, Monty. Thank you, buddy. Now back to the show.
There we go.
Yeah, when he went off air, it was the funniest one because of that damn corn dog he threw. He freaking forgot about it and almost tripped over the damn corn dog. Almost died.
That was one of our favorite shows. Big shout out to Monty. We missed you, Brody. Okay, back to the show, you guys. Sorry, little intermission there for a minute. Yo,
Alex,
okay.
what kicked you back into the comic collecting? For me, getting the comics was watching franchise kicks and getting into the stuff that way.
It was actually Franchise Kicks opened up a Superior, that Spider-Man booth box, and I was like, I'm adding these to the channel for sure. And then that was it. I was like, okay, it all went downhill from there. So, yeah, that's what did it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Luke Cray, what on earth got into you about buying out their old stock?
I just thought it would be great content.
That's
man.
interesting.
I had a guy on the West Coast out in California. He specializes in buying those types of liquidation situations, and He's like, man, you open this Loot Crate stuff. And I'm like, wait, you got Loot Crate inventory? He's like, oh, yeah, I can get whatever you want. I'm like, oh, I got to do it. I buy everything. I was like, I got to get it. And it took me, I mean, I literally just ran out of that stuff about 2 months ago of giving.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I just finally am out of it. I mean, it took me 1.5 years or maybe almost 2 years to give it all away.
I was always curious what happened to Loot Crate. I was always curious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just a typical, they didn't, I'm assuming they just didn't manage their business very well. I mean, it's tough to put together a monthly box. You're putting out money, and with price increases coming, and it's so much to keep up with. Bambox struggles with it a little bit too, but I mean, he does a great job at really manages business.
The licensing alone will kill you.
Oh yeah. There's just so many costs that you got to try. I mean, you got to have some great books to run a business like that, man. That would be super challenging. But they're back and running. They got bought out. So
who bought them out?
What is it? It was one of the big name toy companies did. I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I can't remember now.
NECA bought them out.
NECA, yes, thank you. NECA. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really? Wow.
Yeah, they did.
That'd be cool because you get if they do come back, you'll be getting at least a NECA figure, some type of something. I would think.
I was logged into the Loot Crate thing for a long time, and I did get a couple of NECA figures, but you also will get some random other. I mean, like I've not gotten one recently, so it's probably been several months, but
right.
I mean, NECA is good. They make great figures. They're very detailed. Great company. Nothing negative to say about NECA.
Air Spider. Yeah, just cracking me up. And Agu, it's so nice to see you guys. They're having a little chat in the chat. I love it. All right. Is everybody done with their questions? You got any more questions? We were into 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Yep. I'm good. Everybody else?
I'm good.
Everybody else have more questions?
I'm getting sleepy.
No, I know. Any more questions?
Oh, my granny.
So you can actually.
Have you got any questions, Alex?
Yes.
No, I think I'm all right. I don't think so. I kind of watch. I lurk in a lot of stuff. I always have YouTube on, so I don't really type in chat. I used to type in chats because it was a great way to like grow,
sure,
like, get yourself out there. But I need to do that more. I just lurk all the time.
Okay, you ready for my 2 questions at the end of the night, end of the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna put you up here, and here we go. Do you have any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community as a whole?
Oh, that was a tough one. Yeah. Inspirational. I don't know. Not necessarily. I think that somebody had
whatever
said
comes
this.
to your mind, buddy.
Somebody had said this, and they said it perfectly, is that if the whole entire world would act like our comic community does, it would be a perfect place. So there's very little that I think in this group that we could improve on. It really is a remarkable thing. Like I said, all the different backgrounds and everything that come together. It's just some incredible people. And when I went to C2E2, I'll be honest, that's what made me want to change my career.
Right.
I was like, I am in the wrong business. I mean, you get in there and that electricity of getting around people that are passionate about their craft or just about their fandom, the love that you feel in that room. And it's irreplaceable. I mean, I was like, I have got to do something to that level, that magnitude.
Cool. Awesome. Really cool. Well done. Go ahead, bud. Deuce.
No, I said that's cool. That's really cool, man. I appreciate that.
I like that too. Big time. Big time. It's fantastic. Catch up with the chat really quick. Sorry, guys. Short bump. All right. Oh, hold on. What was it? Okay, Rick. I had questions about buying and selling collectibles. What's the question, Rick?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, seriously, ask it. I'll put it up there, bud. And okay, next question.
Have you noticed that your difference in power from your early videos to now? I only did it the other day just to double check when I first watched you again, and I can see from your full power then, but your power back at near the beginning 2 years ago to like now is bang, I'm here.
Yeah, you definitely evolve, and you know, with each video, as you all know, it gets easier and easier to some extent, right? Like, you definitely evolve, and sometimes it's always a good thing, you know. Like for me, what frustrates me is I want to recapture that magic of the older videos and just not knowing a thing.
Right.
I just felt like that was so fun. I was so out of my comfort zone. I'm like, I have no idea what any of this is, but I don't care. And, you know, and that was a good niche. And now you kind of lose a little bit of that, and you have to find other ways to hone your craft and try to keep things fresh. So it's,
sure.
That's a really great question, you know, but it definitely, I've never really had a problem with, like, you know, doing public speaking or anything like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Wrong, yeah. The pop is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What does thinking outside the box mean to you?
That's, you know, that's another really good one. I mean, you could elaborate on this forever, but
yeah, you could.
You know, I mean,
first thing comes to your mind.
So when I think of thinking outside the box, I definitely think of stepping outside your comfort zone. I think that's the biggest thing that you can do is get completely away from where your gut instinct wants to take you, and really look at all alternatives and perspectives. And you got to have to be open minded to do that as well, and that's not always easy.
Nice. Bravo. Yeah. Bravo. Does anybody have any more questions?
See, Rick put his up there too. Where
I'm looking for it. Hold on. Where is it here? We are
right under Agu's smiley face.
How did you find the market value for comics?
Yeah, I see where you put that there. And you all are just as, you're probably way more qualified than I am to answer that. But it depends on what you want to sell. Multiple collectibles, or, you know, there's different ways. Pops, you can use Pop Price Guide and things like that. There's always different resources. Comics, you could stick with eBay. There's many apps that you could go to with, you know, Go Collect and Cover Price and all that other stuff. You know, you got to be tactful and strategic in how you look at those things, because they vary greatly. And they're always changing, you know, now you have access to real data, pricing data that's real time. So you got to be careful there. But yeah, I mean, I would say use eBay mostly if you're using comics. That's the best way to go. Look at last sold. That'll give you some, you know, at least a reasonable average.
Cool. Yeah, Rick. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, nobody's asked them yet, but do you have favorite characters?
Yeah, definitely I do. Red Hulk is like one of my all-time favorites. I love Omega Red. Great time to like him right now, right?
How many copies of Omega Red do you have first appearance? Honestly,
I think he's got 30, hasn't he, or something?
60 something, I think.
Yeah,
only something.
Wow.
60 something?
Yeah,
did you say?
I don't know exactly. It's 60 something. Yeah, 60 and some change.
That
yeah,
is.
I think I have 5.
Number one, he keeps every Omega Red he's ever gotten.
But I sell. I've been trying to sell them, and then I just find them and I buy them, and I'll.
Right.
There we go.
I know. That's your top major things. Deathlock was a surprise, though.
Yeah,
the fact that you were chasing Deathlock comics, that was surprising to me, honestly.
I like Deathlock too.
Yeah, I've been surprised about that as well. I've talked about that before. I've asked about that. It's all of a sudden I noticed a big interest in it for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. 77th says, what is your most hated comic book movie?
Wow. What are your guys? That's a great question.
Most hated?
Yeah. That's a
hated
really good
comic book movie. Okay. No, that's video game.
I can go. Batman versus Superman.
Oh, no way, bro. That's top tier to me. Batfleck.
I hate it.
You can see he's bullshitting.
That training montage. Yeah, oh man, I know he's kidding me. Oh, dude, do you bleed? Oh my gosh. I want to ask my competitor that. I love that. I'm like, oh man, I love that stuff. I don't know. I mean, I get it. I mean, I can see people saying that though.
I kind of want to say everything. I kind of want to say everything Marvel did before Blade. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Some
It just-
really
Yeah,
bad Marvel movies.
Yeah, that
You know what,
Fantastic Four movie
Barbarian?
that was never
Barbarian,
released.
I'm going to get on you for this. Okay. The only thing that was good about the movie was Silver Surfer. Everything else was trash. So don't trash my dude. Sorry.
Yeah, Fantastic Four is pretty awful, and they just
It
have
was
never
awful,
got
but
it
Silver
right.
Surfer made that movie.
Oh yeah. That
Was
new
it
Fantastic
all of
Four movie,
Fantastic
the
Four?
new one,
Yeah.
that newer
I
one wasn't
love
really
Miles
bad.
Teller, man. I love Miles Teller. That was a disappointment. Yeah, that movie was terrible.
Yeah.
Every Fantastic Four movie they've done thus far. looks like
If you say Howard the Duck, then I hate you.
Oh,
Dude,
I'm pumped for Howard the Duck. They got to bring
Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck is the one movie that you can't bring up to Steven Spielberg. He loses his mind. If
Yeah,
you bring that movie
does.
up to Steven Spielberg, who directed it, it flopped. It completely crushed the soul at one point.
Okay, cool.
Well,
We're on the
stop
same
talking
page.
to you. Literally in an interview if you bring up Howard the Duck. I've heard this many times.
Well, I wouldn't want him to sign nothing. Don't bring Howard the Duck DVD. Pretty much, if you're gonna have sign anything.
77 said, "What did you think of the Miss Marvel trailer?"
You know what? Okay.
They changed their powers a little bit.
Yeah, I know that.
Why would they change their powers now?
That surprised me a little though. I'm like,
The MCU, they change all kinds of stuff all the time.
That really did bother me a little bit. It seems like it's going to be slow.
It's really all about sales. It's about sales and the pump that they can get from it. Because, I mean, if you try to relate comics to movies, let's be honest.
I'm having a hard...
Almost none of us are happy, generally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I learned something new this week. Yeah, I learned something new this week.
Man. I've already got Morbius tickets for premiere night.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm definitely going. I'm not missing that.
2 weeks
you know how long I've been waiting for this movie?
And I can't wait to see it. And I pray that it doesn't disappoint.
Me too. Low expectations. That's how I'm doing.
You guys want to hear something funny? I learned something new actually today. I actually was looking up the rights of Vampirella, like who has the rights exactly. Dynamite still has the rights, but Dynamite doesn't have the movie rights no more. Dynamite sold the movie rights on March 3rd to a small movie company.
Wow.
It's good.
Yeah, it is.
Here's what I don't understand, though. Here's what I don't understand. Talking about that in the same sense of what we were getting onto was I just heard that Disney got all right. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, but I heard that they got Blade and Conan. What are they going to do with that?
Oh, Savage Avengers. That's what the originally they were. Yeah.
That's why there's so much spec around it.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Savage Avengers. I pray they do it animated. I pray they do it animated.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'll bet it's live action because Savage Avengers can bring in a lot of things. It could be a really convenient way to bring a whole lot to bring the mutants in. Really,
right?
But like Hearts of Darkness could do that too. Like if you did like the whole, I mean, honestly, like that's their angle to bring in mutants too. Like you could absolutely do that.
It'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah,
right.
But it's gonna be interesting to see them bring Conan in general, man, because Conan's not really.
And that was good, Air Spider. I seen that too. Yeah, a little ending there. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's not really. Well, the rights that they only buy rights from what was what's the Conan creator's name? I keep forgetting. Damn it. They don't really own it, so it'd be surprise. You know what I mean? And then King Conan issue 3 is the interesting one. Now it's on spec. I'm like, yeah, because everybody's talking. All the snowflakes are talking crap about it because of the name, because of the stupid name thing. I'm like, that's the main reason it even hit the market at all. Issue 3 of King Conan was because of that. Yeah. And I'm like laughing at it. I'm like, yeah. And then a week later, it's gonna go right back down to cover price.
Alex, real quick. Alex, real quick. So, have you seen the new Batman movie first and foremost, and second of all, what's your next big DC movie you want to see be made?
Oh, I've seen the Batman, and I got to tell you that one. It's so funny because as you're watching it, it's like I don't know. But the more I thought about it, the more I really liked it. And I really liked the pacing of it. And I thought Pattinson did a great job. And I don't know if it was intentional or if it was just the way it was shot and made. I mean, it sounds to me like those guys had a lot of intention in what they did. But he really comes off as a rookie Batman just absolutely brilliantly. And everything just from the scene of him awkwardly walking in front of the police, it was done. It was just done magnificently. Obviously, there's some weird, corny moments that I think they could have trimmed out. They really tried to oversell a few of them, and it kind of killed a little bit of the vibe. But the next movie that I want to see is another Batman. I want to see where they take Pattinson. Yeah, I 100%. I want to see another Batman. I want to see where Pattinson goes with it. Absolutely.
Cool. Real? Okay.
Yeah, right. I definitely do.
They couldn't have picked a better Batgirl or Catwoman.
Oh yeah, yep.
I mean, you know, the bar is set too high with. I mean, nobody will ever be Pfeiffer. I mean, that's
Pfeiffer is always going to be there.
Yeah, Catwoman. I mean, you know, but you get beyond that. There's not. It's like you couldn't. I guess you couldn't have done much worse. You know. Like it's just man.
Yep, I just hear people talking about her walk. That's what. Yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about the Catwoman's walk. Yeah, right. They make fun of it. I'm like,
oh my god,
I'm still was it halfway? I'm halfway.
Yeah,
I like Anne Hathaway, but I think Mark was still my favorite from back in the old school, way back.
The high heels when she gets on the back bike, one of my favorite bits.
Yeah.
Air Spider. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one is hard to answer. What is your most hated comic book? I'd have to say I used it for a coffee coaster because I had so many of them. Turok.
Man, I can say Valiant.
Do you guys remember Turok?
Yeah, all of them.
I had so many of those. They were coffee coasters for a while.
I won all of them. I loved that game on Nintendo 64.
The game was great.
I love that.
The game was amazing. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. The game was
there you go. There's
I'll take all your Turoks. I'm saving them all.
Come to find out, he was a Golden Age character originally. He wasn't even. I thought it was a 90s character, and then I come to find out
he's got a rich history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I agree with
wrap this up, gentlemen.
The game was brilliant.
Yes, it was.
Truly.
Yeah, it was. It was fun. All right, Martin, you got anything coming up? What you doing, buddy? We're gonna wrap this up real quick here.
Mostly waiting for going around Paris. So with my new camera,
yeah,
so we're going to be doing some fun things on the Eiffel Tower. Not joking. So we'll see what happens there. But we'll have to. I've got to get used to editing 360 images and video. So I've got to get up to scratch with that. That's where I'm at the minute.
Any new videos coming out?
Nothing at the minute. Nothing at the minute.
Okay.
So get rid of me and shove someone else on.
Deuce. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Wink. I appreciate you, Alex. And, you know, G-Man, Martin, everybody, you know, Jeffrey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Lady Fantastic, of course.
Yes.
Thank you. Jeff, mad love, brother. It's just fun to do this every week and, like, literally talk about, we just get to geek out about comics.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Or collectibles or whatever we need to talk about. It's just brilliant. Thank you so much for this outlet. Thank you for always finding great guests and letting me be. Thank you.
Yeah, all I got going on is the nerdy. That first thing was the Nerdy Collective. So that was tonight and next week, and then I got Extreme Nerd Table going on Sunday, and then I'm trying to bring back Kentonese Comic Wednesdays. It's just, I don't have the. It's not even a drive anymore. It's just trying to figure out what I want to do. Like Wink was saying, trying to stay above the bar. You know what I mean? Not going under the bar. So yeah. So that I'm working on that, and then I'm working on the vampy thing. I'm still writing the script and still reading, reading a lot more info and stuff like that. So I'm working on that. So and then I got something special coming up on my birthday. Interview with catching up with Sarah Frazetta. So that's
cool. I hope you get it. I really do.
Yeah, yep. So that's already on the calendar. So all I got to do is make sure we're still on for my birthday. So that's all I got going on. But
cool.
Yep.
Jeffrey, you there, buddy? Jeffrey. I'm double checking, Jeff.
Well, they tapped out.
Yep. Okay. Buddy, Wink, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, no, man. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I love doing this stuff. I always complain. I'm like, nobody invites me to anything. I don't know if it's like an intimidation factor or what, but man, thank you so much for doing this. And on my channel, I've got Tuesday, Thursday videos. Whatnot, I'm just doing kind of random pop-up giveaways. If Whatnot's your thing, if it's not, no worries. But I'm on there twice a week, every Friday at 7 p.m. Central as well. So have a lot of fun. Don't even have to buy anything. Just come in and chat it up. It's absolute insanity. And you can win free stuff. So
very cool, buddy. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I want to say thank you to all you guys. I want to say thank you to ladies. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I know you're not here, but I thank you. It's late. Jeffrey, I know you're sleeping, buddy. Pleasant dreams. I love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. And to all you guys, thank you so much. I got 2 more shout outs really quick. And this was, I got to make sure to bring this up. And this was for John, Addicted Comics. They call him on IG. He's called the Comic Book Crackhead, but it's John from Comics Addiction. You can find him on Instagram. He has periodically, he'll do claim sales. And I just want to say a big thank you to him because I got some books for my grandsons as well. And I picked up a couple covers from him. I just want to show a couple things because I know he'll be watching later. So a big shout out to you, buddy. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Some Savage Conan, since we were talking about it. Some New Mutants, Annual, #1. One of my favorite covers of Vampirella. I love this cover, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, me too. That's one of my favorite Pirello ones.
Beautiful Pirello cover. Some Avengers, number 205, The Vision, and number 204. Plus, I got a bunch of Spider-Man books. And, some Phantom Stranger as well. Same gentleman. Thank you so much for this. Excellent stuff. Some Ant-Man. And then some Amazing Spider-Man. And a beautiful cover. Number 151. Demon. Number 16. Look at that cookie. There we go. And some New Gods. And then big thank you as well. We got Swamp Thing 13. And the slab for my grandson because he's a Teenage Mutant Ninja fan. Thank you very much, John. I really appreciate it. And I got that as an auction. My grandson's going to love it. Thank you so much. So we got that. I made sure to get everybody shouted out there. And I want to say thank you to you, the community. Lots of love, you guys. And make sure you check us out tomorrow on the next Generation X-Men. It's on at 2:00 Central. Go check us out. We have Stuart Siger. The gentleman will be down in the chat on the bottom. Alex, that was in tonight. Thank you so much. His links are on the top of the lat. All of his shows are on the bottom. And everybody in the chat, in the community, go check them out, please, you guys. Give them a like, give them a little love. And we are out of here. We'll see you next week on the Nerdy Collective with another guest, someone from the Down Under. So peace, love, blessed be, and we'll see you next Saturday. Adios.